Hey guys, and welcome to the Manly Men meal. And right now I'm going to teach you to make the manliest of all vegetables, which is obviously Brussels sprouts. We're going to up the man factor a little bit by cooking it in some bacon, and that's pretty much as manly as I can think of making Brussels sprouts. So once you wash your vegetables, you're going to take your Brussels sprouts and you are going to cut off the end. As such, the outer leaves will come off, that's okay. Don't necessarily want them, they're a little bit tougher. And then we're gonna cut them into wedges as so. Let me show you guys a little bit closer. Okay, so to cut off the ends, this guy's particularly big. Take off the outer peels. And then two. This way we get a little bit of a faster cooking time, and we have more even pieces. There is our finished bowl of chopped Brussels sprouts. Next, we are going to chop some of our trusty shallot. Let's get into this guy right now. I'm sure you guys remember how to chop shallots from the first episode, right? Let's see a little chopping action. Now these guys we don't need minced, we just want a rough chop. There we go. And last but not least, we're gonna up our man factor and add in some bacon. Now we're actually gonna cook the whole mixture in the bacon juices and then take that nice crispy bacon and put it on top. And because of that, we can actually cut up a couple pieces of bacon so that it cooks faster, because we don't really need like the nice pretty pieces. So I am gonna take 2 slices of bacon and just cut them into 1/2-inch wedges all the way down. It's gonna be a little bit more like sawing than chopping. Now, if you're dating a vegetarian or have vegetarians over or don't wanna add extra meat, just don't put in the bacon and instead add a little bit more olive oil and a little bit more butter. So now that we've got all of our ingredients, we have the bacon, the Brussels sprouts, shallots. I also brought over a tiny bit of olive oil and some salt and pepper. We are gonna get everything ready to saute. We are gonna take our chopped up bacon and put that in a pan that's already been heating up a little bit. There is our cooking bacon inside of the pan. That is the best sizzle you will ever hear. As you can see, our bacon has been cooking up and we're getting some of that grease out. So when the bacon is done to your preference, you are going to scoop it straight out of the pan and onto a waiting paper towel. So I'm just going to do a quick dash of olive oil, and then I'm going to start sauteing our shallots. The pan is already nice and hot from preheating with the bacon. And we are just going to let this cook down for maybe 30 seconds because the pan is so hot. And we are going to put in our Brussels sprouts. We're going to add salt and pepper. And I'm going to make sure we get all of these coated. And we want to make sure that the Brussels sprouts cook all the way through. So plan on leaving them in your pan while continually mixing them for between 3 and 5 minutes. If you notice that they're not cooking through, all you have to do is put a lid on top and that will give them a little bit of steam. So our Brussels sprouts have been on the stove for about 5 minutes and I can tell they're done. They've got a brown edge to them. You can tell the leaves are a little bit more wilted and they smell done. I know that sounds funny, but just so you guys can see what they look like when they're all finished. So I'm going to take them off the stove and put them into our bowl. I just need to add the final ingredients, which is my secret ingredient. I'm going to put in a heaping spoonful of Greek yogurt. Do that while it's hot and it will actually melt in and make your Brussels sprouts really creamy and delicious. Once I mix that in, I'm going to add in all of our bacon crumbles. Now, if you want to make this a little bit more complicated, you can always add a poached egg on top. You can slice up some fresh apples or some fresh pears and throw that in. That's also delicious with all of these ingredients. But as it is, we just have a nice bowl, fresh, delicious, healthy, bacony, manly Brussels sprouts. Enjoy, guys.